In my last video, I talked about why solar is such a powerful force for positive change, how it can reshape our lives and communities, and even shift the balance of global power. It was an optimistic look at the explosive growth of solar energy and its potential for good. And I want to build on that today because I have a darker side to talk about, the one that gets people cold. The bad news about solar. Now, I'm not going to sugarcoat this. The dark side of solar is real and it's complicated, but it needs to be discussed. Why? Because as solar energy becomes a bigger part of our lives, more and more folks start getting worried. And if we don't address their concerns head on, those fears can turn into roadblocks on the path to a sustainable future. Today, I'm going to dig into some of the biggest myths surrounding solar, the ones that stop people cold. I'm here to bust those myths and replace them with some old-fashioned facts. So let's dive right in. The first myth that holds people back is that solar is too expensive, that it's only for the rich who can afford to install these systems on their roofs. I'm here to tell you that this couldn't be further from the truth. The cost of solar energy has dropped like a rock. In fact, in the last decade alone, the price of solar panels has fallen by 70%. That means that today a solar array that used to cost tens of thousands of dollars now comes in around 2 to 3 per watt. Let me tell you about a friend of mine. He had the same concerns you might be having right now, but he decided to take the plunge and go solar despite his reservations. And you won't believe what happened next. After he installed his solar panels, his electricity bills went down to almost zero. And in just 5 years, he's already recovered the cost of his investment. In fact, he's making money. In fact, thanks to net metering, he even sells his extra energy back to the utility company. So if my friend can do it, so can you. The second myth that keeps people from going solar is that solar panels break down easily. People worry that once they've got their panels installed, they're going to be constantly fixing them. But let me tell you, those folks are living in the past. Solar panels are built tough. They're designed to withstand all kinds of weather and they come with some serious warranties. In fact, most manufacturers guarantee that their panels will keep producing power for at least 25 years. And here's the best part, modern solar panels become more efficient in cold weather. So if you live in a place where the sun doesn't always shine, don't worry, your panels will still work great. And what about snow? Do solar panels stop working when they get covered in snow? Not at all. Snow actually helps keep the panels cool, which increases their efficiency. And as for maintenance, it's a breeze. All you need to do is give them a quick brush off once in a while. Solar panels are a low-maintenance investment that can save you big bucks over the years. The third myth that's been keeping people from going solar is that it's not eco-friendly. Some people believe that manufacturing solar panels is so harmful to the environment that it offsets any benefits of using clean energy. But let me tell you something, that couldn't be further from the truth. Yes, making solar panels does require some energy and resources, but the good news is that most of those materials are already recycled. And once the panels are installed, they produce clean, renewable energy for decades. Plus, new innovations are making solar panels even more efficient and eco-friendly. In fact, the latest models are made with 20% recycled material and they can produce 25% more energy than older panels. What's more, solar energy is so efficient that it more than makes up for the emissions from manufacturing. In fact, according to a study by the National Renewable Energy Laboratory, solar panels produce 43 grams of CO2 equivalent per kilowatt-hour of electricity generated. Compare that to coal, which produces 1,001 grams of CO2 equivalent per kilowatt-hour, and you can see that solar is the clear winner. That means that solar panels actually help fight climate change. They reduce our reliance on fossil fuels and cut down on harmful emissions. But what about when solar panels reach the end of their life? Well, the good news is that they're actually really durable. They're built to last 25 years or more. But if they do need to be replaced, there are companies that will recycle the old panels and reuse the materials. The fourth and final myth that holds people back is that solar is unreliable. People worry that they won't have enough energy to power their homes if it gets too dark or too cloudy. But let me tell you, those worries are totally unfounded. Solar panels are designed to capture a wide range of light, not just direct sunlight. Even on a cloudy day, they can produce enough energy to power your home. And if you need to store your excess energy for later, you can always get a battery backup. In fact, with today's technology, you can have a reliable, sustainable energy system that works around the clock. If you're looking for an alternative to traditional energy sources, then it's time to stop believing the myths and start seeing the facts. Solar energy is not expensive, it's not unreliable, and it's definitely not harmful to the environment. In fact, it's the best way to power our homes and businesses without polluting the planet. So don't let the myths hold you back any longer. Go solar today and join the clean energy revolution. There are plenty of options out there for you to make the switch. For example, there are several online services that allow you to search for local solar installers, check out customer reviews, and compare quotes. Once you've installed your system, you'll be able to monitor its performance, track your savings, and make adjustments as needed. Plus, if you sign up for a subscription plan, you'll get expert advice and support from the best in the industry. So if you're ready to ditch fossil fuels and make the switch to solar, be sure to check out this service. With their help, you'll be well on your way to harnessing the power of the sun for your home. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. And if you have any questions or comments, feel free to drop them below. Until next time, thanks for watching and happy energizing. If you thought this video was helpful, you'd probably also love our video on the surprising ways that you can improve your home's energy efficiency. You might be surprised at just how easy it can be to save money and reduce your carbon footprint. Just click the link provided to watch that video next. And hey, don't forget to subscribe for more videos that demystify the world of renewable energy and sustainability.